Okay, now we're going to do the shadows on the figures. And this skin colour is actually already quite dark. But, yeah, but I don't think too dark. At first I thought too dark. So I thought when I make a shadow over the top, I'm going to make it too dark. It's really going to look a bit strange. But I actually think maybe not too dark. So I'm going to make a purple mix, but I'm going to have a lot of red in that mix. And that will mean that it's not quite so overpowering shadow. Ooh. Okay, here we go then. Just have a think about where the sun is coming from. Goodness me. Yeah. So I think the sun is coming from over here. Okay. So in that case, yep. Ooh. I want to leave that there without shadow. There we go. Come down here and then do these trunks, and then this bit here. Okay, it looks very dark at the moment, but it will become lighter. Okay, then this figure is quite tricky. So he's catching a lot of light. And there's going to be some shadow here from his arm. Maybe like that. And his legs maybe a bit too thin. And maybe making it a bit bluer now. Okay, there we go. And maybe I need to add a little bit of shadow. There. Okay, and then this figure. And this figure is interesting because he's facing the light. So he's going to be quite lit up by the sun. But there's going to be some shadow here. And here. Okay, and then this figure here, I'm going to do most of him in shadow. Especially this part. Okay, and then I need to do the water. And once again, keep it simple. Phthalo blue and burnt umber. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, that looks quite strong, doesn't it? Okay, and then let's do this figure in the water. maybe that looks a bit too green. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's too strong. Let it dry a little bit. And then this figure here. Wow, he's very thin. Yeah, that will do. And then this figure here. So it's like these little dashes. Sometimes use your finger to blend these marks into the paper. Oh yeah, now I've managed to fade it. Not too bad, but here, that looks green. That just looks green. We can't have that. So I'm just gonna stick some red in there. And hopefully, oh yeah. Okay, maybe that's a bit better. Okay, I think we've done, yeah. And now, when this is dry, I'm going to do the highlights. And I think I'm going to risk it. Okay, so I need now my liner brush, or basically a thin brush. A thin brush. A brush with like this. Thin tip. And then titanium white. Take it directly from the tube. And then here we go with the highlights. I could actually try and mix this up and do a kind of skin colour. That could be fun actually. Mix it up with a bit of yellow ochre. Could be good. And I'm doing it quite thick there, because to get these thick and thins is interesting. Okay, I think that works. Okay, and then this figure. I really need to get the shape of his head right. And these shoulders, you get these beautiful, slightly flat bit there, where the shoulder is. It's really beautiful. So I'm glad I captured that. And you know, like the collarbone coming down like that, the clavicle or whatever it's called. And then side of his body just there. And then these trunks. And then here, this leg. That's, yeah, I think it's passable. Oh, it's a bit thick. Okay, I think he looks quite good though. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then this guy. This guy looks pretty tough. Yeah, and then the face is always difficult, but I'm going to try and add a touch of detail to his face. And once again, bit of a flat part here, then a thin line there, and then bright white there. Not too bad. Yeah, I think that's nice. You really have to get your figures right because that's, people really know well about figures and shapes, and they look at them a lot. And so if you get your figures wrong, then people will know very quickly that your painting is wrong. Oh, what I'm going to do here is, you know, like on the back of your shoulders, you've got like this, it's almost like a flat plane like that. I think that looks quite nice. You know, like when you look at the body as a series of like planes or angles, it becomes very exciting to paint. Again, I think I like that. So I think we've done it. Oh, fantastic. So I'm quite happy with this painting. Please have a go. And I think for me, one of the most exciting things about this painting is managing to keep most of this area light. And I think because of that, this painting really has pop. It really, bam. So I'm so happy about that. I think the figures are pretty good. Not too happy with that there. Just try and soften that a bit, that green. Well, also I'm not too happy with that. So I have to try and make a nice purple. So when you finish your paintings, you always have to have a good look and think, is it what's good, what isn't so good, can I correct it? And if you can correct it, then do so. So this assessment thing is very, very important. Okay, and then here, let's soften this. And this could be fun because maybe we can just give him a little bit of a belly. Not sure if that's working. Like that. Yeah. This line here is too hard, right? Just need to soften that. And then maybe now it's passable. No. I'm going to use some of this pink. So this is where you have to be careful. You don't want to do too much of this messing around with stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think he's okay. Maybe a bit of a highlight there on his arm. So Okay, this does happen. You always get a figure that's tricky. Well, no, not always, but it does happen sometimes. And it's too white up here now, so just correct that a bit. Soften that. Okay, and then his arm looks a bit strange now, this arm. So that arm is okay, and that's okay, but this, okay, here we go. I mean, that, like that, and then maybe, can I do this? Yeah, I think that will work. But I think what I have to do is just, with his chest, just make that a bit whiter and lighter. Okay, here we go. So, like that. Yeah. And then blend it in. And then underneath, a bit darker. There we go. Yeah, I think that works better now. Oh yeah, that looks very good. I think that looks very real. Maybe more real than any of the other figures. Okay, so that's good. So finished. So there you go. And I'm quite happy with the figures. I'm especially happy that I could do such different figures because suddenly it looks real. They don't all look like clones, which is one of my biggest problems. My figures just look like clones rather than unique individuals. And that's it. Have a go and happy painting. And this is my third painting in my attempt to do 50 paintings or watercolour sketches of Spain. Bye for now.